All right, am I on? Might be already. Okay. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Gonna make it work one way or another. All right. Welcome, sorry for the delay, everybody. I'm gonna move a couple windows around so I can actually see my screen. Having some technical issues with connecting Zoom through a webinar into Facebook. It's a lot of moving parts trying to string all that stuff together. So found a backup plan. Thank you for your patience. I'm gonna wait for a few more folks to come in. And I'm gonna try to move my, I'm working on a laptop here using a little jerry-rig system, but let's make that bigger so we can actually see the communication coming in. All right, cool. Oop, mute that. Perfect. Okay. All right, we did it. We did it, everybody. We made it to Tuesday and almost through. My name is Ryan, and I am an interpreter with California State Parks, and I want to thank you again for joining us for another one of our 3 o'clock, well, 3:15 live streams. And today, we are going to do something a little bit different. I've been talking about salmon for years and years and years. So I decided today I'd do a song about salmon. And I've been thinking about writing a song about salmon for a really long time. And finally yesterday, I just kind of put myself to the task and got a song. And I'm happy to share it with you, demo it with you. And I'm hoping that you'll sing along. Now, I posted some lyrics on a previous post on our North Coast Redwoods Facebook wall there. So you can probably see it just under the live post. And I'm going to try something even just to make matters even more difficult for myself. I'm going to try something where I'm going to try to move images behind me or in front of me while doing this. So we'll see how this goes. It could be a complete disaster, but it'll be a fun song either way. So before I get started, let me just talk a little bit about why I wrote this song and why salmon are important to me. So to do that, I'm going to screen share so that you get a little look at where, let's see, bring up my, let's try this. I bring up my PowerPoint here. Oh, but maybe that'll be hard to do. Well, I didn't really plan that part out. Let's see. Okay, I'm not gonna do it like that because that's even more work for myself. Okay, so rather than screen share, let me just tell you where I'm located. I'm located in California's northern coastal region of Humboldt County. For those of you who aren't local here, or aren't from the backyard or from the neighborhood, that is about a 5-hour drive north of San Francisco. It's about a 12-hour drive north of Los Angeles. So it's pretty far away. It's people think of Northern California, they kind of think of the Bay Area, but they don't think there's a whole other like 300 miles more of California. And so this area, a rainy area, a place full of forests, and a great place to find salmon. And salmon are what this song is about. And salmon have this really cool life cycle. And I think I can maybe show you this aspect of their life cycle. This I will show visually. I'm going to share a screen real quick. Okay, well, I can't really show the animation. Whew, man, now I'm getting confused. I'm going to stop that. So there are 6 stages of the salmon life cycle this song is going to cover. Egg, alvin, fry, smolt, adult, and spawner. So what I want you to do is I want you to, on your own time, go look up the salmon life cycle, look up some of the pictures, and we'll worry about the music on this end, okay? So I'll start this song. You're going to be able to hopefully pick up on some of the different challenges that a salmon experiences, and hopefully you will be able to pick up on the different stages of the life cycle. And then I'll take some time for some Q&A and kind of say hi to everyone since I've been so flustered right now trying to get all this to work out. Here we go. I was born in a clear blue stream in a northwest forest preserved and pristine. And if I had my way, that's how it would stay. But fate had other plans coming my way. My mother constructed a nest out of rocks. She left a clutch of eggs 2,000 strong. And I was sad that she left us alone in the red, but she gave up her life so the land could be fed. I hatched in the spring, but remained in the gravel, and now then I was far too young to travel, and I was sustained by a pouch full of yolk. It lasted a week, then I was out on my own, and it's a tough road ahead, so trust your adaptations. It's the work you put in help future generations. Oh. And I was so scared to swim down that creek, afraid of the dangers awaiting me. But paw marks helped me to camouflage. I guess being a fry ain't so bad after all. Nevertheless, my journey was tough. There were predators from below and above. To make ourselves big, we swam in a school and found shelter neath logs that had fallen in pools. After more than a year, I arrived in the bay. Just when I did, I started to change. In that brackish water, I became a smoke. No longer a child, but not yet an adult. And it's a long road ahead, so I trust my adaptations. And it's a long road ahead, it's salmon in migration. Will you ever know all the things we've done? After more than a year, I arrived. I did that line. Try that again. But when that day came, I entered the ocean. It was cobalt blue, it was vast and wide open. The shrimp and krill made up most of my meals, and my counter shading confused orcas and seals. And after some years and 1,000 miles, I fell along with a stream I knew as a child. I used magnetic fields like a map in my mind to get back to my river, 'cause I knew it was time. I joined with my friends at the mouth of the river, and while we waited the rains of the winter, I beheld just how much I had grown. Oh, I was a 50-pound spawner and 3 feet long. And then a storm came and it started to flood, and I raced up that river with debris and mud, and I left over boulders, surprised at my strength, and realized I was no longer afraid. And I made it back to that clear blue stream in the northwestern forest, preserved and pristine. And I thought of my journey, though my journey is done and the cycle goes on, a new generation is starting to spawn, and it's a long road ahead, so trust your adaptations in the work you put in. Salmon in migration, well, you know all that we've done last time. And I made it back to that clear blue stream in a northwest forest, preserved and pristine. Though my journey is done, the cycle goes on. A new generation is starting to spawn. Though the journey is done, the cycle goes on. A new generation is starting to spawn. All right, there we go. We survived it. Thanks for listening, everybody. Let's see if I'll jump back on my other screen here. All right. Awesome. Thanks, Casey. Thanks, Alexandra. Thanks. Thank you, Roslyn. So thank you all for listening. So I just have a question for you. How many stages of the life cycle did you catch? Does anyone remember any of the stages of the salmon life cycle from that song? Hey, Lindsay, good to see you. That's an old classmate of mine. So let's see. Any stages of the life cycle? How many years is a salmon life cycle? Well, the song wasn't specific for a particular reason because different species have different lengths of time. So the Chinook salmon might spend 7 years from when they hatch to when they go out to the ocean and come back and spawn and die. So it might take 7 years. For some, it's maybe only 4 years. So the Chinook salmon has a long life cycle. The coho salmon is a little shorter, more like 4 years. So someone mentioned 6 stages. Someone said fry, smolt, egg. They caught those. Any other stages that you learned from the song? And then I'm going to add another question on top of that, which was, did you find, was there a moral to that song, to the story of that song that you could apply to your own life? Any moral to that story that you might be able to apply or that you learned from that song? Let's see. Returning to the birthplace, someone says. Looks like Misty says returning to your birthplace, which, hey, I think that's always a good idea. It's always good to go back home. Even if you're far away, I think a lot of people like to do that too. As they get older, they kind of long for home. I know that I've been living in Humboldt County for about 15 years, but I'm originally from the Bay Area, and I definitely long to go back there. I haven't been able to visit there for a while because of shelter in place. And so, I know that doing my part for helping keep other people safe and healthy and flatten the curve is important. It's definitely making it more and more exciting and enticing for me to rush back and visit my homeland once all this comes over, once all this kind of blows over and things maybe get a little bit safer. So here's Alexandra says, keep trying even when it's hard, going upstream with boulders coming down. Yeah, so I like to think that's a pretty good metaphor for challenges in life. And I think if there's definitely a time when we're kind of experiencing that all together, it's right now. Overcoming obstacles. Yeah, so definitely overcoming obstacles. And when I wrote that song, I was definitely thinking of it in terms of how it can be kind of scary to embark on or take on something new or try something you haven't done before. And it may seem impossible, but slowly you kind of, through a little bit of failure and through lessons that you learn, you start to build that resilience. And so for me, the song is about resilience. Haley says, life changes. We can feel stuck sometimes, but it's important to remember that one day we'll find ourselves doing different things, living in new places, etc. Yeah, so life changes and you change along with that. You definitely don't go unchanged when you're experiencing challenges. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. I think we had enough technical glitches and I need to catch my breath. So I want to thank you all for tuning into our 3 o'clock live stream and listening to this song. I have the lyrics posted down there on just on our timeline just beneath this live stream. So feel free to look at those. I will also add the chords to it too. So if any of you want to learn that song and actually play it for your friends and family, I want to empower you with that ability. So with that, I want to again just thank you all for participating. Keep following us on Facebook and on Instagram, North Coast Redwoods. We even have a YouTube channel where you can go back and watch all of these videos. That's the North Coast Redwoods District YouTube channel. And we really are excited to be able to offer these to you. And I know it's been hard to not be able to be in a lot of our parks. And I'm really grateful that we've been able to do what we have to try to offer the parks into your homes. And we will continue to be doing this. And hopefully we'll be doing this even as things start to open up. We'll still be doing live streams. It's been a great way to engage with all of you, all of our visitors and all of our potential visitors. And again, thank you so much for staying safe. Thank you so much for following all the guidelines and being resilient yourself. And I think that you yourself are an inspiration. And I hope that you are giving yourself time to reflect and pause, and time to relax and hopefully sing, and maybe do some art projects as well. Maybe you might not be a musician, but maybe you are an artist in some other way. And so I hope you're getting a chance to do that. So with that, I'm going to stop talking and say goodbye, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in the near future, hopefully on the trail sometime soon. Bye now, everybody.